Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time to my channel, my name is Ashley. I'm the founder of The Mom Look here on YouTube and on Instagram. We have finally reached holiday season. So it is finally okay for us to talk about Christmas gifts. So I thought today I would go through pretty much like all of my favorites from the past year that I've gotten from Sephora, and then at the end I'm going to do some like honorable mentions that you can get at Ulta or Nordstrom. If you're interested in finding out my favorites and what I think that you guys should put on your Christmas list this year, keep on watching. Alright, we're going to start out with foundations. All-time go-to foundation for the past year and a half, I think, has been the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation. It is absolutely amazing. The way that it wears on my skin, it's unbelievable. It was almost like God sent down this foundation, was like, hey Giorgio, like Ashley Fitz needs this. So it was perfect. And then when maybe around like September, school started again, like stress levels went through the roof. I kind of started to like wean my son, and then the seasons changed and all of a sudden my skin did this like 360 flip, and since then it's been a little bit more like oily. I've been having some texture, and that has caused me to not love this foundation as much. I've been going for a more sheer coverage foundation. You know how like a heavier coverage foundation can kind of like stick to almost every single imperfection that you have. So I've been using the Tarte BB cream. I'm in shade light, probably. Yeah, light. And I love it to pieces. It's very moisturizing. It gives you just like enough coverage to just even out your skin tone. And then I go over with my concealer and do little touch-ups in areas. So yeah, that's a great, fairly inexpensive BB cream option. And then I literally just got this during the Sephora sale, the Fenty Beauty foundation, and I'm already obsessed with it. When I swatched it in the store, I wasn't crazy about it, and I'd heard reviews that it dries like wicked quickly, so like working with it can be kind of difficult. But I've been mixing it with this Luminous Silk foundation, and let me tell you, there is nothing that mixes with this foundation. This foundation is just like, oh, you're trying to like fuck with my formula and get out of town. So I was completely shocked that this actually works. My issue with the Giorgio Armani foundation, that first of all, it's like $64. So buying multiples is ridiculous, but of course I did. So I have shade 4.5 and 2, and when I mix them together, they're still a little bit like peachy for my skin tone. So I got this, which is like their really yellow fair shade 130. I've been mixing it with the 4.5 because I'm in that transition from like summer glow to like winter pale ghost, and this foundation really, it just makes this mixture that is exactly my skin tone. I do find that I do have to set it, which I am typically annoyed by. I don't like having to set things. I don't have time to set things. I need, everything just needs to like hop on and get out. So yeah, that would be my mixture for like if I'm going out, if I have like a Christmas party coming up, if any sort of like event that I'm going to, I would be doing the mixture of the Fenty and the Armani. Then for concealer, I always feel bad for this concealer because I think it came out around the same exact time that the Tarte Shape Tape concealer came out, and it just did not get the acknowledgement that I believe it deserves. The Too Faced Born This Way concealer, I think it came out last year. I'm in the shade light. This is my go-to. I've used up a tube of it already. Like I don't really stray from this. I find the Tarte Shape Tape is a little bit too drying and cakey for my liking, and this is just a perfect substitute. It has the pigment that I want. It has like the moisturizing effect that I want. I find that it sets up pretty well without being like a moisture vacuum. Yeah, I love this. I don't understand why it's not talked about at all. I've never personally tried the NARS Creamy Radiant Concealer because this is cheaper, and if I found something that works for me, I'm not usually one to stray, especially in basic products like foundation and concealer and blush and contour and all that yada yada. Alright, speaking of blush, let's go into this Lancome blush that I have literally had, I think, since 2015. I think this was a part of a gift set that I got for Christmas this in 2015. Didn't really use it, and then I really have fallen in love with it this past summer. It's the Blush Subtle Shimmer from Lancome in shade Shimmer Mocha Havana. This shade, it is the perfect shade for someone that doesn't love like a pinky blush, but also isn't. I am too yellow toned and fair to wear anything that has like an orange tone. So like peachy blushes, they might look good on some people, they don't look good on me. And this does have a peachy undertone, but it also has more of like a bronzing effect. So it gives me like a glow to my cheeks, but it just transitions from my bronzer to where you would want that like that blushing effect on the balls of your cheeks so seamlessly. This has been my go-to blush. Let's talk about highlighters. My favorite and go-to powder highlighter is the Natasha Denona Glow. I love it to pieces. It has reached its pan. It just provides like the most natural sheen to your cheek. I mean, that's what I'm wearing today. It's also great because you can use it all over your body, and the pan isn't like you're like digging into this little thing with a big brush, like trying to get it all over your body. Like, it's nice and big size, and I feel like you get a lot for your money. Her products are usually obscenely overpriced, but I didn't think that was. I think it's the same price as like the Becca highlighters, like $38. So yeah, that's definitely a product worth investing in. And then my in-between highlighter, I don't even know really what you call this. Laura Lee was calling it a putty. Definitely is. The Stila Heavenly Hue highlighter. This could literally blind someone. Like, this highlight is unreal. I always apply it with a duo fiber brush just because I think it picks up the pigment a little bit better. This product in particular, I always go back and forth with whether I can use it as a powder highlight or if I should only be using it on top of cream products. So typically I'll just use it when I'm using cream products, but I haven't ever had a problem applying it over like a set base that I've like, if I've put down like a setting powder already. Yeah, this is the most blinding, but also I feel like when you get into like the ultra blinding highlight section, there tends to be a lot of glitter. There is no glitter in this. It's just sheen, and it is unbelievable. Laura Lee sold me on this, and I'm so glad that she did. I have this one in Kitten and Transcendence, and Transcendence is like the pinkier shade. I like it, but definitely prefer Kitten. And Transcendence is more like I'm going for like a unique, like cool look. Alright, now finally, my favorite by far cream highlight is the YSL Touche Eclat Glow Shot, and this is the pink one. There's a few different, there's like a bronzing one, there's a gold one, and then there's a pink one. I am very fair, obviously, and so I went with the pink one. I've never tried any of the other ones. I love this. I mean, it's beautiful, and then it just blends out to like a very natural highlight. It's very comfortable to wear. My only little tweak with it that I have is that it kind of has a very strong smell, but like most of the YSL products tend to do that. It's like they're catered towards grandmothers or something. But yeah, I adore that highlight. All right, now let's get into eye palettes, my favorite and my greatest weakness. This is gonna be kind of boring. Usually my palettes, I have like a palette, like a favorites pile like this tall, but I don't know, since I've gotten these two palettes, they've been what I reach for every single day to create a look. These are my top two favorite palettes at the moment, and if you're not gonna ask for anything else that I'm recommending you guys, you definitely should ask for Prism by Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is the best palette they have ever come out with. When they came out with Modern Renaissance, I was literally like, there is nothing they could do ever to top this. Like, how could they possibly? The drop was enormous. Everyone needed it. Everyone had to have it. They went from, I think it was supposed to be like a limited edition palette, and then they had to bring it like to their main rotation because it was just such a huge hit. And then they came out with Subculture, which was a flop. I liked it, but it wasn't like as good as this palette. This palette has been so loved. I love that they have just such usable shades in this palette. The one thing that I felt was missing in the Modern Renaissance palette was a black, and this black did not let me down. I want those unique shades. If I was to travel, I would only bring this palette. When I go out to Chicago in a few weeks, I'm only going to bring this palette because I feel like that's all I need. I'm currently wearing this palette on my eyes. I have like a halo eye going on where Throne is the center color. It's like a green to black duochrome. And then I use just Saturn, Parallel, and Obsidian to blend it out. And then I have Pyramid kind of placed on the center and on the lower tear duct just for a little bit more of a pop. This palette, if you ask for nothing else for Christmas, ask for this palette. Then also I adore the Fenty Beauty palette. I just did a review of this palette comparing it to the Moon Dust palette. I adore this palette. It is just such a good glitter palette. Like in my eyes, it's so much better than the Moon Dust palette because it has the versatility of like having, I use that word literally 7,000 times to describe this palette in that review, but that's what it is. Yeah, so this palette, it has the pops of color that you might want for like unique glitter looks. But I've been able to use it like as an everyday palette because of this beautiful shade and this beautiful shade and this beautiful shade and this beautiful shade and that one and that one, and I don't know, you can create like just an amped up everyday look, which is what I go for, I don't know, on an everyday basis. So yeah, I've talked about this palette enough, you guys, it's great. Okay, for eyeliner, this is the best eyeliner. Everyone talks about it, everyone knows this. Kat Von D tattoo liner in Trooper. I could not do a wing to save my life until I got this eyeliner, so it really just, I don't know if it was like a boost your confidence or something, but it's just got such a fine point and it flows so nicely, and it flows and creates such a sharp wing that I've never ever been able to do without that specific eyeliner, so there's something to it. Now for lipsticks. My all-time favorite lipstick is the YSL Rouge Pour Couture. Rouge Pour Couture. Rouge Pour Couture. No. Le Nude in 70. It is just the perfect nude for me, and I would show it to you guys, but I decided to give it to my cousin for her wedding, so she would be able to use it. So you're welcome, Molly. So that is my favorite cream lipstick. There's just nothing that compares to it. Alright, my favorite matte lipsticks as of very recently are the Nude Sticks Creators Box, specifically Freckle, Sonoram, I feel like this is Montage, and I just can't speak English correctly, but that's what we're gonna call it now. And then Baby K. Baby K honestly might be my favorite from the collection, and I was positive that was Freckle when I gave the review, but like I cannot stop wearing it. That's what I wore in my review for the Fenty palette versus the Moon Dust palette. I am obsessed with it. So this is a really great little box. It's a $144 value that you're only getting for like $60, but I mean the quality is great. I'm wearing Montage, I don't know I don't know how to pronounce that, on my lips right now, and it's very comfortable. I don't feel like it's sucking the moisture out of me or anything. Let's talk about lip liners. The Bite lip liners, I've never bought like a actual big size one, but I got this probably for my points. I don't know. It's such a pretty like pinky. It's almost like Freckle, but like pinkier. And just the precision and creaminess that these products have, it's unreal to me. And then obviously everyone knows the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On pencils are unreal. I've gone back to using them. I like lose my lip pencils all the time. I don't know if Thomas is just like, screw you, I'm gonna hide these. But he loves to take these and hide them from me. And whenever I find them again, I'm like, oh. So I've been using this very often. Pretty much my like go-to liquid lipsticks are the Huda, I don't know how you say her name, Huda Beauty matte liquid lipsticks. The two that I have are Spice Girl and Bombshell, and they are just the bomb. They have a very like watery formula, which I know some people don't like. I do like it because you can almost sheer them out that way. They're like a peachy nude and reddish brown. and they dry down well, they stay well. My only little tiff with them is that they are kind of sticky, like when you rub your lips together. Honestly, I think I do prefer the Anastasia Beverly Hills formula to the Huda Beauty, and that is why I can wear it. My favorite like color lipstick is the Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is American Doll, but my favorite one is Spice. This is a really pretty like blue tone red. The color Spice is a little bit more orange tone, so that is a great product. Definitely recommend any of her. I haven't experienced any bad colors in the liquid lips that she has. So then for lip glosses, the Buxom lip gloss in White Russian has become my go-to gloss. It just adds like a sheen. It doesn't have any glitter to it. I really like, and it's moisturizing, and I love like tingle that it gives you. It has like it's supposed to be like a lip plumper. And then the Fenty Beauty Universal Lip Gloss, it is amazing. It's not too sticky. It does have a thickness, but it also has like hints of glitter, and it's just a really nice. Again, they're almost the same color, but like one has glitter in it and the other doesn't. I don't ever go for like colored lip glosses because God, they just become such a mess so quickly, and I don't have time for that. All right, so guys, that's everything from Sephora that I would recommend. I just want to give some like honorable mentions. If you're looking at Ulta or Nordstrom, you could pick up. First are these. I know these have been around for a while, but like any look that I do that is like remotely artsy, I use these. So the NYX Vivid Brights, they have like every color of the rainbow, and I have it in like every color of the rainbow, and I just love them. They do kind of dry down and can tend to crack up a little bit, but I mean, they're so inexpensive. And I don't really wear like colorful eyeliner out of the house or for any reason but like Instagram pictures. So I really do recommend these if you're interested in becoming a little bit more like fun with your makeup. These have a great way of like spicing up a look. Alright, and then finally, I know that like most people are talking about this, and it is a little bit more of an expensive product, and I think you can only order it from her website and at Nordstrom, but it's the Charlotte Tilbury, it has the longest name in the entire world, Airbrush Flawless Finish Skin Perfecting Micro Powder, and I am in shade 1, which is fair. This powder can just somehow even out every single imperfection that you've ever had in your skin. I don't understand it, but it is by far the best setting powder. It's worth the money. I know you blow through it really quickly. I couldn't believe how quickly I hit pan on this, but honestly, it's worth it for how good you look. I wouldn't use anything else to set like a bride's makeup. I just wouldn't trust anything else. It doesn't give me any flashback, so yeah. Alright guys, that is what I'm telling you guys to get for Christmas this year. If you have any questions, any advice that you want on certain products, I might be able to give you some. Just hit me up on Instagram, the_momlook. Don't be afraid to hit the like button on this video, and if you're interested in seeing more of my content, hit subscribe. I've been trying to post as frequently as I possibly can. Obviously, being a mom and finishing school makes it a little difficult. So again, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoy. I hope you guys go crazy on Black Friday and Cyber Monday and all this weekend. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye. Christ the Savior.